5 rounds of fighting for the NEF Featherweight Championship. Defending champ Ray Wood sporting the white trunks. Anthony Morrison sporting the gray and purple trunks. Morrison, a veteran of Bellator and the WEC. Ray Wood, a prospect on the rise at 5-0. The rugged journeyman against the prospect on the rise. Crossroads fight in a sense.
Yes, sir. I guess we're going to determine right now whether Ray belongs in the UFC. If he walks through Morrison, I'd say he's got a spot in the UFC, but I think Morrison's a tough obstacle to cross.
And you mentioned Ray Wood and the UFC. UFC President Dana White has even made a personal visit to the gym in which Ray Wood trains at, specifically to take a look at this prospect that he's heard some things about. So Ray Wood really knocking on the door of competing in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. But a tough task in front of him tonight, as you mentioned. This one's scheduled for 5 rounds.
Well, the thing is about Anthony that I really caught was every single one of his fights was tough guys. He's been in the cage with some really, really dangerous guys. So I think this is a perfect fight for Ray at this point in his career. Very excited for the fans too. Ray's so dynamic. He's so dangerous so quickly.
Morrison hails from the fighting city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Whether it be boxing or mixed martial arts or any combat sport for that matter, I don't think anyone from Philadelphia has ever feared going into the home turf of an opponent.
No, sir. I'll tell you the interesting thing, Ray said that he's been working some great wrestling. He's been improving his wrestling down there, so I'll be excited to see that. And the other thing I like about Ray is he's a rare combination of very tough, hard worker, and very athletic. He's earning his paycheck today.
Right under and turn. Right under and step and turn. Good.
It's been some time since we've seen Ray Wood inside the cage. Moved from his home here in Maine to South Carolina. Representing Young's MMA tonight, but really training with a new team in South Carolina. What does that do to a fighter to up and move and change teams, and not really for any professional reasons, it's more or less personal reasons why he moved? What does that do for someone training camps and suddenly being the new guy in the gym?
Well, sometimes it can be good. You know, you can get some new looks. Wow, big slam there by Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison with a nice takedown here midway through round number 1.
Yeah, yep. Right back up though. I guess you can see some new techniques. Maybe get some new coaches. It can have different effects on different guys. I've seen it go both ways.
It's interesting. Geographically, Maine not the biggest state, but it has produced a lot of significant mixed martial artists, including some of the pioneers, Marcus the Irish Hand Grenade Davis, Tim Sylvia. Interestingly, Maine has always been a hotbed for mixed martial arts. All of New England really is Ray Wood lands some nice knees to the body of Anthony Morrison.
Ooh, Morrison could get that takedown when he needed, went for that front headlock. Ray shrugged that off, right back to his feet. I've had some theories as to why Maine produces so many mixed martial artists per capita.
Nice takedown by Ray Wood. I'd like to hear your theories.
Well, I got 2. 1, we got the worst weather. If you live here, you're tough. You deal with this nonsense every day, you gotta be tough or stupid. And either way, that works great for MMA. Plus, sometimes in Maine, we don't have the best looking girls, I've noticed. And so you gotta be tough if you want a good looking girl. I actually worked at a bar with Tim Sylvia and Marcus Davis a few years ago.
Ray Wood working for the rear naked choke from the bottom.
I think he's going to have a hard time finishing this here. Morrison's done a nice job putting his right shoulder down. Yeah, but Ray got his mount back. Let's see what he can do with that.
He'll do that as the females in our audience dissect the latter of your 2 theories as to why Maine produces MMA fighters of significance. Ray Wood going for the rear naked choke again here in round 1.
Well, I had to import my girl from New Jersey personally. Very beautiful.
I must say Nicole and Shannon, the new ring card girls, both from Maine tonight. Actually, one of them's from Maine, the other's from New Hampshire. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Nicole's from Maine, and she's beautiful.
Now you see Ray here, he's really up high on the back. I think he could, I like seeing guys cheek to cheek. Better, easier for control. Yeah, see, when you get that high, it's hard to keep that control and keep guys from spinning into you. Let's see what Ray does with his guard here. Ray's such a dynamic fighter, he attacks from all positions.
Breathe. 15 seconds, Steve. Stand up, his guard's open.
Morrison doing a nice job here. Finished the round on top, on control. I don't know if he won this round or not, but Oh, dangerous guillotine. Oh, wow. I wonder if that had been a little earlier, what would happen?
Interesting round one. Very competitive for about the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Really couldn't tell who was separating themselves from the other. Morrison got a big slam over Ray Wood, seemingly tilting the round in his favor. But then, the latter half of round one, we saw some nice knees courtesy of Ray Wood and a lot of submission attempts as he went for that rear naked choke.
Right. Ray had a nice takedown of his own. I thought that was a very close round. Morrison, I don't know who I'd give it to, I guess.
I think that I would give it to Ray Wood in my scorecard just because of the succession of submission attempts followed by a takedown from Ray Wood towards the latter half of round one.
Very close. I'd almost call it 10-10 myself.
So we can even round Dale's scorecard. I have Ray Wood winning opening round.
I think this could be an exciting one. I like Morrison's composure also. You can tell he spent a lot of time in that cage. Ray's breathing pretty hard. He's got his mouth open.
Round two begins in this featherweight title fight.
Wow. Morrison's kind of stalking him here. Oh, big shot. Nice.
You can strike, man. Let's break off a three-piece here.
Ray locking up this nice wizard here. Morrison doing an excellent job. Look at this nice bicep control, using his head. He's really nullifying a lot of Ray's dangerous strikes here.
Frame out, Ray. Let's get off. Let's get off.
Ray made a nice choice there. Ooh.
Takedown. Good. Doubles. Frame out right away. Frame out. And let's step and lift or step and drop.
The right hand from Morrison and now pressing up against Wood up against the cage.
Yes, sir.
Here in the opening minute of round two.
Oh, nice takedown. Oh!
This place would have exploded had that connected, but Morrison saw it coming from a mile away and accordingly ducked.
Ray trying to keep it exciting here.
Beautiful. 2 minutes.
Now, even though I gave the opening frame to Ray Wood, you said something very interesting towards the tail end of round one, which was in the final 10 seconds of that round, there was a guillotine attempt courtesy of Morrison, and he seemed to have it fairly solidly. Don't know how deep it was exactly, but you said it'd be interesting to see if that happened at another point in the round with more time left.
Well, I got two thoughts. One, you're going to have to put Ray Wood to sleep. He showed that as an amateur. He had an excellent amateur fight. Oh, big knee right there to the body.
You stay home in the middle.
Ray's really breathing hard here. Ray had a nice fight as an amateur, and he got locked, a deep rear naked choke locked in. And he fought his way out of the deepest rear naked choke I've ever seen. And I'll be honest, Ray's had a lot of respect for me since that day.
Knee, cheese, knee. Right knee, right elbow, right knee, right elbow.
But I'll tell you, Morrison's style here. Oh, wow. Failed takedown.
Over the right knee, knee above knee, knee above knee. Knee above knee, cheese. Right side.
Morrison's composure could pay dividends as this fight wears on.
There you go. Good. Posture now. Bicep
Now, I referenced it at the beginning of this fight. Ray Wood, 5-0.
Yes, sir.
Anthony Morrison, 16-9. Obviously, a large gap in experience, not just in the quantity of fights, but in the quality of opponents that they have faced. Anthony Morrison, having competed in the WEC, now defunct organization, which merged with the UFC, and Bellator, which is really the consensus number 2 mixed martial arts promotion in North America right now.
Number 3, sir.
Number 3? Who's number 2?
NEF.
NEF, thank you. We're 1, UFC is 2.
Right, I like
Bellator
that.
is 3. How dare I get my secession of MMA
Yes,
promotions
yes, sir,
correctly. But Morrison has fought at a higher level, and you talked about his composure. This really is kind of a test for Ray Wood to see if he can compete with guys who have competed at the highest levels of the sport.
Relax, keep your right under.
Yeah, and
Left elbow right
it's
now.
also, I'll tell you, Morrison's going to test his wind.
Good.
I think that'll be interesting. We'll see what kind of endurance Ray has. We'll see what kind of shape that Cam got him in.
Because Anthony Morrison, going into deep waters really wouldn't be anything new to him. Whereas going to deep waters with someone of this caliber would be a completely new experience for Ray Wood.
Yes, sir, I agree.
If he's done it in the gym, he certainly hasn't done it under the lights.
And look at, nice shot. And look at Morrison's face here. He's nice and composed the whole time. He's always where he needs to be. He's taking the center line. He's using his underhooks effectively. Oh, big knees. Uh-oh, Ray's in trouble here.
This might not be the homecoming Ray Wood had asked for. after all, but Ray Wood showing some composure now.
I think he's getting all the fight he asked for.
Jeez, we got 1 minute.
You know, I'll tell you though, Ray, he's so mentally tough. He hangs in there, and his athleticism will allow him to, he can finish people quickly. Every bit every time, I think every minute that ticks by, I think it's more and more of Morrison's fight at this point.
Nice takedown by Morrison. Morrison keeping the two fighters in close quarters, not making this maybe as exciting as we've seen some Ray Wood fights in the past. The Gabriel Bano fight here at Lewiston was just outstanding. But Morrison doing what he needs to do to effectively, strategically win this round, in my estimation, thus far.
I think he's doing a great job. I think he's really limiting Ray Wood's athleticism. I also think that he's really testing Ray Wood's gas here. I think he's fighting a perfect fight.
15 seconds.
I think he's really showcasing his status as a veteran. I think he's making all the right decisions. And I think he's really, yeah, he's testing Wood here.
Well, if I gave round 1 to Ray Wood, I'd certainly give round 2 to Anthony Morrison. Very competitive fight in our main event for the featherweight championship here at the Coliseum Lewiston. And as Ray Wood walks to his corner, did you notice his body language, a little shake of the head?
No, sir, I missed it, but he got hurt. He got hurt over in this corner over here. He took a few strikes. I think they may have hurt him. He's got a nasty lump on the left side of his face. He's breathing again with his mouth open. Now, I'm not sure what Morrison has going on here. He's got an ice bag on his chest. I don't know if he sustained some sort of injury or not himself.
If not an injury, certainly an ice pack to the sensitive area of the chest probably just keeps you alert and rejuvenates you to some degree.
I like Morrison's breathing. Look how calm he's gotten his breathing back down. Look at him. That's a serious veteran right there. He's fighting a great fight. This is his fight to lose, I think.
Jeez, take your time.
Round 3 of the scheduled 5-rounders set to begin.
I will say one thing. I think the beginning of the round could be a good spot for Ray. This is when he's got his freshest legs right here, and maybe do something dynamic, you know, make something exciting happen. I think Morrison's going to look to clinch, get a takedown. Oh, yeah.
Run the fight. No healing.
Takedown by Morrison, but Ray Wood finds himself in control.
Going right for this rear naked choke.
Trying to soften up Morrison before he tries to sink in the rear naked choke. He might have it.
Morrison's got 2 hands on the arm. Yep. Look at that. Nice job. Right to the spin. Yeah, that was a nice scissor takedown. Joe Lauzon, I used to call him Little Lauzon because I think he looks like Joe Lauzon.
He certainly has a resemblance to Joe Lauzon. And they both got the cauliflower ears now too, so it's almost a spitting image of each other.
And Joe Lauzon has a great scissor takedown, he does. He used to crush it in Naga with that scissor takedown. Now, look at this. See this right here? I like what Morrison's doing. He's staying right in the guard. He has Ray's head against the cage. Yeah, I think he's doing great here. That was an exciting bit. We had a turn of events for Ray. He had a shot at finishing, I thought, for a second there, but Morrison kept his composure. Here he goes. I've always been a big fan of Ray Wood. I've always said I thought he had some of the most potential out of anyone coming out of Maine.
NEF has been the home to some very significant MMA fighters. The aforementioned Tim Sylvia, Marcus Davis. Perhaps the best prospect, homebred from NEF all the way up, would be Ray Wood.
Yeah, you know, I think Chris Young was about as upset. His wife had left him. Those were the day that he found out Ray was leaving. He's bred Ray since he was a little kid, you know. He's trained him from the beginning. He's cornered him in every fight he's had until this one. Yeah, I think he was really sad when Ray left Young's. I guess we'll get to see now what kind of effect it's had. I hope Ray's trained hard and he's able to dig deep. Because Morrison, he's here to fight. He wants to win this fight. I think he's fighting a smart fight. Ray avoiding the knees here, keeping a hand down, looking to explode up, I think. Oh, wow. Oh, big slam, immediate pass. Ray looked for a reverse triangle there for a bit. Ray's giving up his back here. Nice. Morrison looking to do a little striking here.
Finish. Let's go. Yo, take your time. Yeah. Go. Keep the wrist trapped.
Ray's breathing real hard here.
Again.
Oh.
Nice elbows to the side of the head by Anthony Morrison.
Jeez, you keep the wrist control of your hooks.
I'll tell you, I think Ray needs to do something here. Oh boy.
And now Morrison going for the rear naked choke.
He's off to the side a little bit. I'm not sure he's yeah. It's gonna be hard to finish Ray Wood with that rear naked choke. You're gonna have to be lined up real well and get good control with the feet.
Sorry, minute 20. Retake.
Wow, look at that, right on top.
Yes. Good. Get your up again, Anthony. Watch the 10 fingers. Just run at him.
Ray looking at the clock, taking a few deep breaths here.
I'll tell you right now, with less than a minute to go in round number 3, Ray Wood could find himself in a predicament he's not used to following this round, and that is after 3 rounds being down on the scorecards.
Yes, sir, but I'll tell you, one thing I always think about with guys is it's not just a matter of getting into the UFC. It's a matter of getting in there and staying. In order to get in the UFC and actually stay, you need to fight tough guys. You need to fight guys like Anthony Morrison. Guys like Anthony Morrison prepare you for the UFC.
5 seconds in. Yes. 2 points right there. Yes.
Sometimes you see these guys and they go on these local shows and they blow through everybody they fight, and then they get to the UFC and they're 1 and done or 2 and done. When you fight Anthony Morrison to get into the UFC, that means you go and stay.
Round 3 coming to a conclusion here at the Androscoggin Bank Coliseum in Lewiston, Maine. New England Fights. Peter Zimbo and Dale Hart calling the action. And you had round 1 even on your scorecard.
Yes, sir.
I think that we both agreed round 2 went to Anthony Morrison.
Yes, sir.
On my card, round 3 goes to Anthony Morrison. How'd you see it?
Yes, sir. I agree completely. Ray had a nice job with that scissor takedown. He threatened for a bit. Morrison kept his composure, reversed the position, and dominated the round from there. I love Ray Wood, but I'm giving that one to Morrison.
So you have it 2-0-1 in favor of Morrison. I have it 2 rounds to 1 in favor of Morrison.
Yes,
As
sir.
we enter the championship rounds here in Lewiston, Maine. The Androscoggin Bank Coliseum, a venue that Ray Wood has essentially made his home, save for maybe a fight south in Salem, New Hampshire, and 1 north in Bangor along the way. I think every fight he's ever had has been in this building, save for those 2.
Well, he better come out ready to fight if he wants to keep it his hometown advantage.
Maybe a one-off fight in Biddeford as well, if I recall now. Round 4. I think the loudest I ever heard this building was when Ray Wood made his pro debut against John Rayo, 2 immensely popular fighters as amateurs who made their pro debuts against one another, and I thought the ceiling was going to blow right off this place.
I'll tell you, Ray's exciting all the time. Morrison doing a nice job here, staying composed, nice and relaxed. Oh, big right hand from Morrison.
Punches and bunches, Chiefs. Punches and bunches. Hands up. Good. No guillotine. Switch sides.
Oh, boy.
Switch sides. You gotta pass.
Morrison going for a takedown. Wood had his neck for a moment. Let's go.
I thought for sure. Big shot landed there from Morrison. Ray's recovered now. Ooh, takedown. Nice job with that whizzer by Morrison.
Yeah, let's work off the cage.
Ray's keeping a lot of pressure. Working, softening up those knees a little bit. Oh, nice job, Morrison, right into mount. There's just some excellent wrestling we're seeing back and forth from both of these guys. High-level wrestling. It makes me happy to see this level of wrestling happen right here in the state of Maine. Ray's actually was last year a local coach. He was a local wrestling coach. Ray's caught in a deep side choke here.
How deep is it is the question.
Well, the way Ray's facing, it's hard to finish, but yeah, there he goes. He's giving himself a little space. Yeah. Did a nice job getting out of that. Ray's hard to finish with a choke.
Let's keep him here. Drag him over, Cheese.
I like Morrison here riding this leg. He's doing a nice job.
Cheese, stand up and bump it back down. Yep. You grab the wrist on the side.
A little salty like that, keeping his opponent on the ground as best he can.
Put it back. Cheese, watch the
Morrison's top control is exhausting. I'm exhausted just watching this fight.
Yes. Cheese, seatbelt.
And I'll tell you something else I noticed in between the last round was how quickly Morrison returned his breathing rate to a low level. Almost immediately, he took a few deep breaths, and I could tell he brought his heart rate right down. Man is truly a veteran.
Fantastic cardiovascular condition on top of being calm, cool, and collected inside the cage.
Yes, sir. Well, maybe he's showing people right now he wants to fight in the UFC.
And that is going to be a knee to the head of a downed opponent, and referee Kevin McDonald is rightfully going to allow Ray Wood some time to recover, as Ray Wood certainly still had a knee or a leg on the ground at the time Morrison connected with that knee.
I think Ray here he's going to take. He seems to be okay. I think we're going to be able to continue this fight. I think Ray needs. He's taking a breather. He's taking as much of a breather as he can here. He's going to take advantage of this as an opportunity to rest.
I ain't a dirty fighter.
Morrison saying he's not a dirty fighter. I agree. He's won this fight in every way. Every way. We'll see what happens now that Ray's had a little rest.
I didn't mean to, man. That's not what it's about. His leg was down. That's a big no-no.
And referee Kevin McDonald is going to deduct a point from Anthony Morrison, which is very significant because we had Morrison ahead 2 rounds to 1, and he was winning that 4th round convincingly, in my opinion, as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we'll see. Again, Ray's good when he has that fresh. He's got some fresh legs. He's had that chance to rest now. Let's see if he can make something happen here.
Now, what's interesting is if you were to give Morrison this round, we've still got a minute to go.
Yes, sir.
It would be a 9-9 round with the point deduction, and you actually had an even
Oh!
round 1.
Huge slam for Morrison. Yes, sir. I thought round 1 was a draw.
That could make for some interesting scorecards. If this does go the distance, still plenty of fight left to go.
Yes, sir. Rounds 1, rounds 4 being a draw. Giving the other 2 to Morrison. That put us, yeah, very interesting. Either way, I think Ray really could use a strong finish to this round. And I think he really needs to come out and finish. I think we're coming to the point now where Ray Wood needs to get a finish to win a decision. What do you think of that?
Well, if the judges agree with your scorecard, and it's even in round 1,
yes, sir.
Morrison winning 2 and 3, and let's just say this round is even because Morrison's been winning, but the point deduction would make it even, then it would be really anyone's fight in round 5.
Yes, sir. I gotta be honest, I hope every fan in this house is happy, because this is the kind of fights I want to see in Maine. This makes me happy to see MMA on this level happening right here in the state of Maine. These guys are top caliber fighters. We're lucky to have them competing for us.
Go, Ray! We said 10 seconds, 30 seconds ago.
I'm not sure what's going on with the time here.
The time was out 20 seconds. 30 seconds, Ray, let's work!
Evidently there's 30 seconds left.
Well, what happened was there was a halt in the time by our referee, Kevin McDonald. What we saw on our screen represented not the official time as kept by the commission.
Yes, sir. There's our 10-second warning. Morrison's corner was a little confused because he thought he'd heard the warning, but I see. Okay, who did you give that round to?
I gave round 4 to Anthony Morrison, and I have Anthony Morrison ahead 3 rounds to 1 on my card, but with, well, let me take that back. I gave the round to Anthony Morrison, but with the point deduction, it's an even round. So I have it 3 rounds for Morrison. Excuse me, I got it, yeah. I gave the first round to Ray Wood.
Yes, sir.
2 and 3 I gave to Morrison. In 4 I gave to Morrison, but with the point deduction, it's an even round. So it's 2 one even. I've got Morrison ahead. Do you follow?
Well, yes, sir. I'll tell you, though, this looks interesting. Ray's face is battered, but he looks like he's coming alive a little bit. I think we might see a spirited Ray Wood come out in round 5. And he needs to be spirited, because if he doesn't get a finish, there's a good chance he's lost this fight.
This is one of those moments where his corner has to tell him, you've got to put it all on the line, because you might regret it tomorrow. You might regret it in 5 minutes when the scorecard comes your way that you don't want.
Yes, sir.
Don't leave this in the hands of the judges if you don't have to.
Leave it in the cage right here. You sleep a lot better at night when you leave it in the cage.
Round 5, final round of this featherweight championship match here at New England Fights in Lewiston, Maine.
Ooh.
Nice right hand by Anthony Morrison.
Oh, big body shot too. Right hook to the body, a few strikes there. See, I really like it. Look, he's got this nice deep underhook here. He does a great job with his lower body. Just always controlling Ray's lower body with his legs. You see this? Nice job. He's keeping that. Morrison's constantly keeping that pressure on that knee. Nice collar tie.
40 seconds already. Square up with him.
Oh, big knee right there. Morrison has some nasty knees from this clinch. Those body shots, sometimes people watching at home, they see those body shots. They don't understand the effect they can have on your gas tank. One good lip shot can completely empty your gas tank, making it rather difficult to effectively fight.
If you're watching at home right now, here's a little test for you.
Yes,
Ask
sir.
the person next to you to poke you in the stomach gently. It's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable at best. Now imagine a professional fighter hitting you in that exact same spot with the intent to hurt.
Yes, sir. Morrison sitting here in half guard, looking to control Ray, I think. Ray's really trying hard to make something dynamic happen, but Morrison's like a wet blanket on him. He's doing a great job. He's keeping a lot of pressure on Ray's head here. He's controlling that far outside shoulder. He's looking to pass slowly. He's working, he's trying to work his right knee through a couple of times here. Yeah, look, he's getting some pressure. Yeah, he's doing a nice job. I used to always love Bas Rutten when I was younger. Hit him in the liver, you know, and I never understood coming up watching those Pride days of how effective a liver shot was.
Did he break someone's spleen in the fight one time with the body shot?
Well,
Or is that just the stuff of legend?
Bas Rutten might be able to do it. I can tell you this, so one day in training after I'd watched Bas all these years, never really totally understood. I watched Bas, and then I went in the gym and I took a hard liver shot sparring one day, and my body just shut down on me. I went down like a sack of potatoes. Liver shots are just awful.
Temporarily paralyze you to the point where you really can't move for a minute or so.
Yes, sir. I mean, it wasn't a matter of like, oh, I don't want to fight anymore. It was my body said, you are done.
You can't fight.
Shut down. All systems shut down. Okay, right. Ray's got a nice deep underhook here. Morrison was looking for a Darce choke.
I think Ray Wood needs to come up clutch here.
Yeah, I just gonna say he's gonna look for that guillotine on this transition. I'm not sure this arm in guillotine. Hard to see how deep it is. Morrison's not on his shot. Oh,
And I had Anthony Morrison ahead of the scorecards. Anthony Morrison says scorecards won't be necessary. He submits Ray Wood in his home state in round 5. We've got a new NEF featherweight champion.
hats off to Ray Wood. He fought a tough fight. I think he got a little gassed. I think he should have trained a little harder. Morrison fought the perfect fight. This guy is awesome. I loved what I saw from him. We're lucky to have this fight.
Well, I'll get the official particulars and the official verdict inside the cage momentarily. Any final words in relation to this fight, Dale?
I thought Ray fought hard, but Morrison took the center, controlled the takedowns. He did everything he needed to do. He trained hard. He wanted it. He came in here to Maine and he rocked this place.
Well, we'll get the official particulars momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game comes at 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Your winner